2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Norwood Invitational is about to get underway. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement these two will generate. Well, not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. An opportunity for a birdie here. Ouch, that hurts. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. This one started out on a good line. He finds himself at a share of 14th position. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test. This one might roll into the rough. That's going to find the water, sadly. Getting ready to play their third.
This one's heading towards the cabbage.
That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one.
He's going to have to go down after this one, try and dig it out as best he can and hope for the best.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
Is that what they had in mind?
Not too sure what they were thinking. Too much club.
This is their 5th shot. How close was that to going down? And this one will be for double bogey. Currently at 2 over par. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
That double bogey on the last hole, well, it's going to leave a mark. There's no doubt about it.
See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. This putt coming up is for birdie. That's disappointing. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well holed. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot. Currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. We have a par 4 on this one. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Where did that come from? That's not his style. Look out world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods that then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about, you know, Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game and continues to be and will forever be.
Opting for the 3-iron here.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This is from miles away.
Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Now 4 back after that hole. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Well struck. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Going with the 5-wood. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And this putt to move into the top 10. Currently a couple under for the round. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. And choosing the 8-iron here. Is that right? I think so. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Big par saver coming up for this fella.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
For the par. He finds himself currently tied for 9th. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Well, by my estimation, they're looking at 110 here.
Yeah, that was a safe play.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Here's Ricky Fowler. And back to the play, shall we? Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. Oh, what a great stroke. That's a good putt to make. That sets the great players from the good ones. I will take that also into the top 5 now. So, Rich, give us a halftime report.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
That was wonderfully done. Second shot here at the 10th.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
Oh, I love the look of that. Couple back, Rich, and had the courage to get after it.
And what an amazing opportunity now to get it all square with this putt.
Okay, steady now. Oh, how good was that? Almost an eagle. And this putt to move into a tie for second.
And after that hole, this player sits in second, behind England's Justin Rose.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Yeah, that one will play. Now, 4 under par. Tied for second place. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the course with the live action. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Looks good.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Teeing off here on the 12th hole. Going with the 8-iron here. That should find the surface.
Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Ricky Fowler as well.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we? This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last. You like that, didn't you? And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Well, this one's right at the pin.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies.
And that will move him to 6 under par.
And as we look at the leaderboard, this player is in second, behind England's Justin Rose.
Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. Second shot here on the 14th. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will take him to 7 under. No green in reg, but a chance to save their par.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
He's currently just in 2nd place.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
And now stepping onto this par 3 hole.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now?
Going with the 7. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Okay, that'll work. And this putt for a share of the lead.
Wants to make it with just 3 holes remaining. Surely it's going to.
And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
Hang on to your hat, folks. We're on for a wild ride.
With that hole complete, this player is currently tied for top spot alongside Justin Rose.
And Luke, this rivalry we've been talking about is really looking like it will be down to the wire. Can't wait to see who comes out on top at the end of the event.
Wonderfully played. Playing from around 150 yards here.
He's currently tied for the lead.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Now at -9 for the day. Time to face a par 4 now.
How much do you trust your swing? Go for it at only 327. Lay up. Bunkers right. Water left.
I love seeing stuff like that.
That's exactly what I've done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
That'll sting a bit.
Putting for birdie here.
Job done. Let's head to the next.
And as we take a look at the standings, this player is currently in first, with Justin Rose second.
And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Nothing like a bit of momentum here, Rich. This one's going for another birdie.
Yes, the only thing that could ruin it now is a triple bogey.
That one should find the surface.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. Make this for the tournament. And that's going to do it. Holds the putt for victory. Well played.
Luke, the victories, winning never gets old, but this is getting out of hand, isn't it? Another victory on the season.
And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that calibre and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, no one could catch this player, let alone their rival.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Now, thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Yes, high on confidence as Harold Varner III. Make sure you step up to the plate and deliver, although you're going to enjoy this rivalry because he's one of the best players out on tour to play with.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
And here we are with the third shot. Take that. That's quality. Starting the round at even par.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yes, par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Taking aim from about 220 yards out.
The breeze is moving left to right up there. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Oh, that one's absolutely stiff.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in two there.
Oh, so close.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
It's on a great line. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Nothing good out to the right. This is in trouble.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Very crafty, that shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the 4th hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Even for the day. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This one headed left in a hurry.
Getting ready to play their third. 3 behind our leader. Wow, that almost went in the hole.
And if this can go down, he'll save par.
Looking really good, this one. Oh, just missed.
And this one will be for bogey. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole.
Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Let's get back to it, shall we? The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year. That's really not what they were looking for.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Good choice. Going with the 3-iron. That one's heading out to the right. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Opportunity to make their par. That's well holed. Trailing by 4 strokes. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Playing this shot from about 230 yards out.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
Opting for the 5-wood.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
This putt is to move inside the all-important top 10.
Looking good.
Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot if you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side. You're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here. He's 2 shots back.
Going with the pitching wedge here. This one needs to kick left. Yeah, quality shot, that.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Go on, get in the hole. Oh, what a super shot. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. He's currently tied for 6th. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Just didn't drop. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
He's got this for his par.
Tracking.
That gets the job done.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The back 9 begins with a shortish par 4, Rich, a chance to make a birdie out of the gate.
Yes, it is. Drives want to be favored down the left-hand side as there's some nasty bunkers over there on the right. This green is a dippity-do, I would say. It starts off high, low in the middle, and comes up high in the end.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it?
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of.
And here we are with the third shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Big putt for par coming up. Terrific roll. It even had a chance. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 strokes back. Well, that's a handy shot. 13 feet to the cup. Ouch, that hurts. A par putt on the table. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Beautiful shot. That's a good way to move into the top 10. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
That's inside the range. What a shot.
Heck of a shot, setting up almost a guaranteed birdie.
And stepping up the standings after that effort. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
This one might need to get down a little. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
A bit too much club there.
And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Let's return to live play now. Time for the second shot at the 14th. This putt for par here.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
And there it is. Currently at 3 under for the event. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
That swing's so pure, it reminds me of Adam Scott's.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What an opportunity to make a birdie. A good stroke. Always nice to hold those for a birdie.
They're going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Let's see what they got.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. And this is a mighty performance. Look at the player creeping up the leaderboard at just the right time.
We expected to see someone come out of the pack to contend for this title. This player is doing just that.
Oh, well done. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 23 feet from the cup. All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
That's frustrating. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This is what they have left for par here.
Harold Varner III setting up his next shot.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. If you want to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
Well, he means business. Coming out, hitting shots like that against HV3. I think Harold's just as surprised as I am.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 5 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Second shot here at the 18th. Coming up from the bunker.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. That's been an impressive display today. This for a 66. Okay, steady now. Putting for par. And that'll bring his tournament to a close. Well, sad to see this comeback just come up a little bit short of success, but it was awesome to see them make a move.
Luke, always fun to watch a player get hot in the final round. Unfortunately, didn't continue all the way through, not getting the victory, but still lots of positives on the day.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.